Hey guys, my name is Mike or Kubera. We got Jeff Bezos. He has $140.1 billion. We're chatting about Amazon, one of the largest companies in the entire world. You've heard about it, definitely if you live in America. So there came out an article saying, oh yeah, well he makes billions of dollars. But think about all the workers making $28,000. Oh no. Let's get into it. Okie dokie, so we're gonna move myself out of the way. Here we go. Jeff Bezos' net worth is skyrocketing. But what about his workers? By the way, I want to show you something first before we even get there. This is Jeff Bezos here in his Amazon.com office. Yeah, that's him right there. You see it sprayed on with graffiti. And he started Amazon back in the early 90s. It was formerly called Cadabra Inc., 1994 to 1995, and then it was changed to Amazon because of multiple reasons, but mainly the Amazon River, and it's in the front of the textbook, front of the alphabet A, so it shows up really nicely back then on the internet. It was great for SEO. The revenue this year, well, last year, 2017, all 4 quarters reported was nearly $178 billion. The income, though, if you can see that, everything's up, everything's green, net income, total assets, total equity, but the operating income itself is down $4.1 billion. Now, can anybody explain that to me? Oh, I'm sorry, I was blocking the numbers. There you go. There we go, that side. So here's how it works. Jeff Bezos and his team at Amazon have decided that they want to invest as much money as they can into the empire that Amazon holds, right? They're competing against multiple large companies, and recently one of the things that Amazon is doing, well, there's so many things to discuss, but they want to have their own fleet of planes. They want to do all the shipping themselves. You know, they got the drones. They don't want to compete with they do want to compete with UPS, FedEx, DHL, and all that, but in their own kind of way. They just want to reduce costs, just as John Rockefeller back in the good old days, one of his biggest problems was exporting the oil and shipping it out through the railway system. So eventually he just kind of bought it out. Not entire portions of it, but he got his way. And then he created a monopoly. Amazon's trying to avoid that monopoly, but come on. It is one of the best sites out there for online shopping. In Europe and Asia, it is a little bit less common. You got Amazon Deutschland, Amazon Great Britain. In Poland, we don't have anything, so I have to order it from Germany, and it's not the most efficient thing sometimes, but I still use it a lot. And Amazon Prime in America is one of the best things out there. So Amazon has an amazing policy with the customers. The customer's always right. Their refund policy is fantastic, as many of you know. If something doesn't arrive, you get a full refund, no questions asked. I mean, of course, if it's a high-ticket item, you know, a couple $100s, I'm going to launch investigations and all that. But let's say something gets screwed up, you're unhappy. If it gets lost, you get a refund, or you can ship it back if you still have it, but it's damaged, get something better. So the reviews are really quite stellar. And of course, there's always going to be some negatives for a company of this size. Now, before we get into the article as well, so far I'm painting a picture of Amazon and Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos quit his very high-paying job and decided, you know what, I'm going to create my own book company. And then from there, it kind of grew, and now he sells pretty much everything, and he's opened up bookstores and wants to dominate that. He wants to dominate shipping. He wants to dominate so many different categories. There was some news on Avi, my other channel. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to that, definitely check it out. It is in the following channel section. Anyways, I was discussing how he's getting into pharmacology, and there's so many industries that there's a lot to keep track of. So he has a lot. Whoops, that is the wrong story. Hello, Ian Bellina. This is Jeff Bezos right here. He's celebrating. He's buying rockets, of course, because he's oh, there we go. I keep forgetting that my big face is blocking it. So there's Jeff Bezos celebrating with champagne. He is the world's richest man. He surpassed Bill Gates. Bill Gates is quietly approaching 100 billion, but he's donating a lot. And who's to say Jeff Bezos isn't donating billions of dollars as well? I mean, I know for sure he is donating some amount. We don't know how much, but just think about it. There's a lot of individuals out there that are very angry about success. Oh my God, he's so rich. Do you know what you could do with $140 billion? You could help out so many poor people, just tens and tens of thousands of poor people, hundreds of thousands. You could buy entire countries. Well, great, but the thing is, $1 trillion is better than $140 billion. So it's best to keep investing. Keep investing. And over the years, Amazon has been growing. Look at the stock. It is currently at $1,700. Sure, it's down a little bit, but who cares? 5 days, cha-ching, it has gone up from $1,673 1 month. Look at that. 1 year, the maximum was up at $1,713. 5 years, $1,713.78, right? The maximum, wow, that is some exponential growth there. It used to be at $1.73. That's kind of funny. 1.7, now it's at 1.7 thousand. So he literally grew it in 20 years. In 20 years, 1,000%. I mean, 1,000 times. 1,000% would be more. 1,000% would be 10 times. This is what? 10,000%, 100,000%. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Wow, that's crazy to think about. Okay, I'm not the best with math, but still, you see that this is insane, guys. This is insane. So obviously this is working. And who's to say Amazon doesn't become a $1 trillion net worth company, right? And maybe a $10 trillion valuated, right? So Jeff Bezos is going to keep rising, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. And all the meanwhile, as his net worth rises, of course he's spending on big boy toys out there. He bought himself a giant clock inside of a mountain. Why not? He could literally buy himself golden palaces if he wanted to. But he doesn't seem to be living it up like the sheikhs in Saudi Arabia and Dubai. Maybe he does, but privately, he's still busy working on Amazon. A lot of people are upset at Bill Gates, and they were upset at Steve Jobs and Mark Zuckerberg. These are entrepreneurs. Of course, everybody has an evil to them. Everybody's got a bad side to them. But as you see, it's going up. This guy's the richest man in the world. He's definitely one of the smartest men in the world. So what's funny is his $140.1 billion valuation. I remember talking to a friend about it last week. Just within a span of 72 hours, he made $3.1 billion. To put that thing into perspective for the average person, let's say you take like a 90-second shower, boom, you just made $1 million. Wow, okay. You could buy a Bugatti within the time you put on your shampoo, conditioner, and let's say something happens that day where you crash your Bugatti, you're very upset about it, they give you horrible customer service, that dealership that sold you the Bugatti, within the time it takes for you to make that phone call, then you call another assistant, one of your agents, and you're like, hey, it's time to buy out the dealership and fire everybody there. Within the couple of hours that's going to take, you literally made enough money to buy out that dealership and get 10 more Bugattis because you just don't care. That's the amount of money coming in. $3.1 billion within a weekend. That is insane. That's empire. That's coked up. That's So Jeff Bezos, if he wanted to donate 1% of his money, 1%, that's $14 billion right now in a single day, right? He's not going to do that because obviously he's investing more, so he's probably going to do like 0.000001% here, 0.000001% there. Of course, it's going to be tax deductible because the more money he saves, the more money he's making, the more money he can donate in the long run. There's a lot of people out there, and not only that, forget about donations, but jobs in general. There's a lot of jobs that are being created thanks to Amazon, and Amazon is employing a lot of part-time employees. That's why some of them are struggling to make ends meet. These are people that just don't understand investing. And I don't want to be rude, but Jack Ma from Alibaba, again, another person that's got billions and billions of dollars. Alibaba is like the Amazon of China, right? And Jack Ma has said something about poor people that may offend certain individuals out there, but poor people are just not willing to listen about how to run a business, how to make a business. They're going to complain a lot. They're going to be like, well, I wish I was getting more money. Great, but what would you do with that money? You are going to look at it like, okay, wow, I have money, let me spend it. That's it. Boom, you don't have any more money. I need more money. Then work for it. Work for it. Invest with it. And that's the thing. You can give a lot of opportunities, but people will squander that because they don't understand it. They need to spend the time and effort to understand it, learn about it, and then they can make more money. But the problem is a lot of these guys just don't want it. That's why there's only 2,400 billionaires out there in the entire world. Sure, there's tens of thousands of millionaires, but maybe hundreds of thousands, I forgot the number. But there's a lot of people that just don't want to be rich. For example, let's say a person wants to work at Amazon, but they're doing it part-time, and then they come home after that. Are they doing a second job? Maybe. But instead of doing that second job, they could move somewhere where it's super cheap for a year, save up all their money, and all the extra time they're making a YouTube channel. They're building a social media blog, just documenting instead of creating, because let's say it's very difficult to create. You're just documenting their life. Hey, I work at Amazon. Here's what I worked today. Here's what I learned from it. Let's talk about Jeff Bezos. Let's talk about investing. Okay, so I decided to start investing some of my funds into Amazon. And now I went from part-time to full-time working. Or I decided to quit and I went to this company. I decided to upgrade my resume, my CV today. Great. So finally, with all that said, let's talk about Danny Paez's article here from Inverse.com. The United States Department of Health and Human Services lists the national poverty line for a family of 5 is $29,420. However, an Amazon spokesperson explained that a company's compensation figures include a range of roles across many countries. So Amazon is paying, on average, its median employee made $28,446. Now, let's compare those two numbers. The poverty line for a family of 5 is $29,420. So family of 5, that's 2 people, 3 kids probably, right? These 2 people should be working. Maybe the kids are working too, but let's not talk about that. So 2 working adults, if they're both making $10,000, of course they're poverty. Yeah, I get it. But 1 employee making $28,446, probably in an area like Kentucky, or, I mean, just look up where the main Amazon headquarters are. They're not like in these big cities. They're out in kind of the rural areas where it's less expensive to live, and they have these giant warehouses where a lot of the people come in, again, part-time. So if they're doing part-time, it doesn't matter if they're making less than a full-time employee, right? Whoa, because they can just get another job, unlike the full-time employee where technically they could too, but you know, no time for sleep, right? So they're comparing one person with, you know, maybe just working in college, doesn't have a college degree, has a college degree, but it's kind of like a community college thing. Most of these guys, right? I'm not talking about executives. Most of these guys right here, and then Jeff Bezos takes home $1.7 million in total compensation. He earned a salary of $81,000. Most of his income came from security payments, right? And stocks and, you know, how much valuation. That's how you become a billionaire. You create a successful company for the most part. That's the proven formula. You own stock and wait, keep working on it. Hustle, grind, boom, it's making money. So that's 59 times the median Amazon worker's income. $1.7 million. He's the CEO. Do you know how difficult it is to manage? I forgot how much employees he has. Let's say he's got 20,000 employees. Do you know how difficult that is? You come in every single day and you know that your decisions will affect not only 20,000 people, but millions. Millions. The families of every single person who's working there. So, and the friends, possibly. Now we're talking about if there's 20,000 people, hundreds of thousands of people immediately affected. You lay off 5,000 people, and maybe they had kids to support, whatever. So you have direct problems arising from, let's say, Jeff Bezos got sick, he didn't show up to work, he missed an important meeting, and boom, he had to lay off 5,000 people. It's not that simple, but you can see that there's a lot of stress on your head. And then you have the title, the world's richest man. Everybody's looking up to you. You have one of the most successful companies out there. So your stock investors are looking up to you and they want you to make profit. So not only do you have to worry about the workers, but you have to worry about the investors, the people who are supporting, the people who are making you rich. And then you have to worry about your customers, where you have millions and millions and millions of customers and you're trying to get millions more. So not only do you have to manage all three of these groups, plus external factors, the media, public image, blah, blah, blah. So these three main groups, but you want to expand every single one of them. You want more workers, you want more investors, and you want more customers, that's for sure. And you need to worry about your competition all the same time. Your competition across hundreds and thousands of different fields. So you see where this is starting to get like, I wonder why an average worker who goes in, he has a set amount of tasks. Oh, I have to package something in a box and repeat that 1,000 times today. Cha-ching! That is a simple job. It's not easy. It's simple. Some people might think it's easy, but it's still tough on labor, right? You have to come in every single day. You got to be a little bit strong. Maybe move a box here and there. Maybe have some knowledge on how to fix a robot, although that's probably an engineer, gets paid more than the average box employee, right? But still, it is simple. You have no stress. Oh, the robot broke. Let me call the engineer. Yeah, so Becky, what's up with you today? What's in the news? Let's gossip, because I'm bored. I'm waiting for lunch. Let's pack some stuff. While the CEO is like, holy moly, every single minute counts, because every single minute is either I make $1 million or I lose $1 million. And that is a lot of stress. The average person can make their way up there. I mean, hello, do you remember at the very beginning of this video, Jeff Bezos in his office? Jeff Bezos wasn't a billionaire. He wasn't a millionaire when he started. He started Amazon in his garage. He started Amazon in his garage. He could have failed so many different times, but he didn't. He's hungry. He kept pursuing it. That's why he is the world's richest man. So Bezos has been splashing out on rockets, 500-foot clocks. I don't care. He could literally buy 1,000 Bugattis, right? He could. He has the potential. Destroy all of them. Set them all on fire. And I don't care because he can do that. He can do that. It doesn't affect me in any way whatsoever. And as long as he's able to run the company and get it to even greater heights, great. He can burn 2,000 Bugattis at that point. And build rockets. And plus, with these rockets, who else has got this weird fetish with rockets? Oh, Elon Musk. That dude, he's crazy. He's not like advancing all of society and the human race, right? Oh, gosh. By the way, oh, whoops. Yeah, looks like I messed up one fact, which makes this video even better considering I should have looked at this before. I'm sorry. Whoops. It is midnight here. Amazon proudly employs over 560,000 people around the world. These roles range from associates working in fulfillment centers to customer service reps to software engineers, product managers, executive, blah, blah, blah. Global, full, part-time, and every area of the company. So that is the median pay, right? So I gave the example of 20,000 people. We're talking about 560,000 people and growing. So just in your workers, you're talking about 560,000 people and their families, boom, millions of people are affected. Customers, millions, tens of millions, billions, hundreds of billions of dollars. We're talking about a range that could be in the trillions. Last thing, then I'm exiting. I know, it's a long video. I like how someone tweeted about this. You can rewrite DNA on the fly and you're using it to turn people into dinosaurs, but with tech like that, you could cure cancer. But I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Jeff Bezos spending his Amazon earnings. How do you know every single thing that he's spending on, right? Maybe he is helping cancer. You don't know. He probably is helping cancer. While employees in countries other than the US might be paid less on average, of course they are. The Intercept reported this month that 1/3 of Amazon's warehouse workers in Arizona are dependent upon food stamps. That isn't the fault of Amazon. Part of them are part-time and probably they don't work anywhere else. So that's why they need the government's help, which I am so against that, but that's a topic for a different day. A 2013 investigation by CNN revealed that the average Walmart warehouse worker took home roughly $15,000 less than Amazon warehouse employees that year. What? The average Walmart warehouse worker took home roughly $15,000 less. Why aren't you making an article about Walmart? Wow. By the way, Walmart is one of the world's largest employers, more than Amazon, if I remember correctly, but McDonald's is the #1. McDonald's, dang, killing it. Empires, my name is Michael Kubera. Thanks so much for watching today. Sorry that I got so energized about this, but whew, this article just lit me on fire. Guys, make money, hustle, grind, boom, get successful.